Hello, welcome back to Squashwarp in Kerbal Space Program. I'm Luke. I think this is episode 17. I'm losing track. And today we're going to do a few different things, but we're going to start out with an experiment. I've completed this gravity scanning satellite. It's got ScanSat parts as well as the gravioli detector. And I'm going to try... First I have to check a contract thing, but then I'm going to try this air launch option, because I don't understand what it is or how it works, and I'm not even sure I can use it, but I'm going to give it a try. If it doesn't work, this craft won't go to space. But I was willing to spend the money and try to figure out how this option works, because this could be pretty cool if it works how I imagine it might. Let me check this contract thing. Okay, cool. Because the contract to scan Kerbin expired, I'm not even going to bother going to Kerbin, we're just going to go straight to the moon. Alright, let's try this. Okay, here we go. Okay, mounting to carrier. It's going to take some time. Okay, let's fast forward that time unless there's something coming up. Oh, we got to do the Gladiator asteroid redirect first. Okay, fake out. We're going to do the asteroid redirect first. Okay, we're going to run out of electric charge in this orientation, so let's reorient quickly. What is that? There's a trail coming off of us. Is that the effect of the mining, like, flying backwards? That's weird. Okay. First I thought, are we a comet? And then I was like, no. That's the mining. That's bizarre. Alright, well, we still don't have many resources. But we gotta make sure that our electric charge is getting replenished by the sun. There we go. Roll. Okay. Electric charge acquired. Now let's warp to our maneuver, which we're not going to be able to perform. Like, this is not going to be possible, but we're going to warp to it anyway. Where's Kerbin? Kerbin's down there. So, I want to redirect this thing so that it rendezvous with the moon. Oh, we got full propellant. All right. Close alarm. All right, let's start her up. We don't have nearly enough delta V. We have 76 meters per second out of like 1,500, but we can at least do something about our orbit. And I'm gonna do the special time warp while this happens. Let's see what's happening to our orbit. It's being changed. It is being adjusted. We gotta make sure our periaps stays above 100. Okay, good. Periaps is going up. Good. Because it's gotta stay above 70, I guess, really, but... And we are out of fuel. Okay. Standard physics warp. Let me back this. Okay, that was that. That was that whole maneuver. Let's get rotated so that we're the right way around. I said let's get rotated so that we're the right way around. What's happening here? Roll down. There we go. Okay. Let's delete that, because that's not doing us any good. Let's add a maneuver here. We'll add an alarm for it. We can keep mining what we're mining. And, got music. And we can go back to the Space Center and do the thing I was originally planning to do. We did change our orbit. It's just going to take us a while to change the inclination, but that's okay. Space Center. Okay, it says it's ready. Let's warp to sunrise so that we can do this in the day. And then let's air launch and see what happens. My understanding is we're going to spawn on the runway and then sit, and then suddenly we'll be in the air. So let's see what happens. Oh, okay, we get to program this. Okay. Distance from Space Center, 1,000 kilometers. Azimuth from Space Center, 90. Okay, launch azimuth 270. Altitude from sea level, 13,750. Velocity, 272 meters per second. Can I bump this up? To 35 kilometers? Like, will it let me do that? Altitude needs between... Oh, okay, that's... Alright, okay, it needs to be 13,750. 13,750, okay. And 272 is the max. Okay, 272. Okay, cool, launch. I was trying to get away with being halfway to orbit. But that makes sense that that's not abusable in that way. I don't know if we have enough delta V to get to orbit from there, but let's see what happens. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And throttle up. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Well, that's fine. Well, this might make it a bit harder, because we are going in a retrograde orbit. But this is my air launch craft. If it doesn't have enough delta V, we can revert and see if we can make this... Because I don't think I can revert in a helpful way, so we might as well just go. Alright, let's time accelerate and see if we can get some headway here. Alright, our altitude is decreasing. Now we are going up. We're about to be out of fuel, though. So, I don't know how well this is going to work. Okay. Let's open the cargo bay. Decouple. And switch craft. Switch craft and Z. Go. We're flying backwards. Where'd our other craft go? Oh, it's way back there. Well, this didn't work at all. Oh, there we go. Now we're flying the right way. Oh, God. Let's see if we can revert flight to space plane hangar. Let's see if that works. Let's leave. How far back did it put me? Okay, let's air launch. We need to change our launch azimuth to 90. And distance from Space Center can be 1,000 kilometers. That's fine. Let's launch and let's see. I don't think we have nearly enough delta V to do anything meaningful with this, but at least we can be going the right direction. I thought we were going to be going a lot faster. Three, 2, 1, go. Z. Z. There we go. And now let's thrust up immediately. Come on. Okay. We're starting to accelerate. want an apoapse out of the atmosphere. We've got 2,000 meters per second in this thing. Why are we not accelerating? What is our thrust to weight ratio? 1.3? That's not bad. We should be accelerating a lot faster than we are. I'm not really sure why this is flying so terribly. Maybe we need to point along our vector. We just have too much drag? What is the problem here? Alright, we're going up now. Go up more. Go up higher. Alright, now we're slowing down. Okay, we're at least raising our apoapse a bit. Come on. Yeah, I chalked this up to I didn't know how this mod worked. This is more for launching aircraft than for getting a head start to orbit. We might as well just launch a rocket. I thought maybe we could do like the Pegasus air launch spacecraft or something. Control from here. Decouple. And 5. Switch. Turn surface prograde. Throttle up. No, stay pointed the right way. Surface prograde. Roll. This thing is not going to have enough thrust. Oh, we are accelerating. We just are extremely unstable. We've got a lot of delta V on this, so it might work. But at the same time, we're falling down. No, that's too far off our vector. We're gonna flip. This was not designed to work in the atmosphere. No. Come on. Come on. Okay, fine. Oh. Okay. What is our thrust to weight ratio on this thing? 0.66. Okay, that's not gonna work. Alright, one more revert. Alright, the vessel is a failure. We can't get into orbit with this. But, whoa, we still have flight engineer. That's a weird bug. Okay, go away. Alright, good. What we can do is make it 1 kilometer from the space center. Velocity 100 meters per second. Actually, we could make it 10 kilometers from the space center, launch azimuth 270, and then we can just 125. That's too much. 125. Launch. And we can try to recover it. We have to air launch it. Wait a minute. No, we don't. We don't even have to do... What am I doing? Why am I doing this? I could just not launch the thing. Alright, well, we're gonna launch it now. Let's see what happens. Alright. Alright, let's point prograde. And let's just, this doesn't fly very well, does it? There we go, it's because we're so high up. Okay, this isn't gonna work too well. Let's pull up. I need fine control. Let's get our rocket booster. This is supposed to fly better than this. There we go. We might need to burn some fuel before it flies better. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why doesn't it fly better? Whoa! Pull up, pull up, pull up! Okay. Well, it's still flipping around. No, but nearby we can't switch to it, but we can look at the remains. Well, okay. I thought it would fly better than that. I had designed it with good aerodynamics in mind. All right, let's just pretend that never happened. Let's unmount it. And then let's go back to our asteroid redirected. Never talk about that again. I need to build the grav scan another way, but... Oh, yeah, that's what I should do. Okay, hang on. Go to the space plane hangar. Yeah, give me... Wait, no, I can go here, I think. Okay, here it is in the VAB. This is... Wait, hang on. Control Z. Here I am in the VAB. We can see it has plenty of delta V. It can almost go to space, but its atmosphere thrust to weight ratio is really bad. So what we can do, such a lost cause. What we can do, no, wrong thing. Where are my regular decouplers? There we go. Regular decouplers. Okay, and now let's put some of these on. And what's going on with our why is our well, of course that's happening. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna finish making this monstrosity and then that's not even gonna work. What about these? Even that's not gonna work. Oh my gosh. There we go. This is the stupidest craft. I should just build a regular rocket, but I really want to see if I can make this work. Right on the end there. That'll work. Okay, those fire, those fire, those fire, this fires. The thrust to weight ratio is way too high. Hang on. Thrust limit down until it's like 1.7. There we go. All right, this should go to orbit now. Why? I don't know, but we're gonna give it a try. Let's rotate it. Nope, no. Let's rotate it that way. Okay. This is GravScan 2. Save and build, and I'm gonna go do something less stupid now. Oh, we completed a contract. High-resolution visual scan-set survey of the moon. Okay, great. We got some money. Let's look at it. I don't think it's probably done. Let's look at the moon. And we want to look at visual, and we turn that off. Yeah, it's not completely done, it's just done enough for the contract, so I'll wait until it's completely done and then we'll transmit the science back. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm gonna do this asteroid redirect thing again. Why are we pointing the wrong way again? I'm gonna fiddle with this again, but I'm gonna start cutting this out because we just have to come back to this every few days. So, I'm gonna show you this only when something interesting happens, and otherwise we can ignore this. Ooh, this is cool. We're passing through the sunrise, and it was hitting us with the red light. That's fun. Anyway, carrying on. All right, the next event is actually a new year. So we missed the first new year, but we've been this space program has been going on for 2 years as of an hour from now. So let's just fast forward to that. The sun is going to be high in the sky, which is perfect. And here we are, delete on close. We have 6 hours. Okay, so I'm 6 hours early. but it's the last day of year 2. So the next thing that I have to do is something I am kind of not looking forward to. Like, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also like, I don't know. I'm gonna save. We gotta save. Terror. Save. Because I'm pretty sure I have thalassophobia, which is the fear of deep water. But Marrow 1 is ready for launch, so we're going to launch it, and we are going to explore an area of this game that I have basically never explored, mostly because there was no reason to, but we have the parallax mod. So I'll show you what I mean in just a second. This is our latest creation, and I'll show you in a second what it can do. Let's give it a little bit of thrust, and let's activate the jet engine. This is a special jet engine. It's not, it's just a regular jet engine, but let's imagine that it's a special jet engine with hybrid thrust capacity. And let's keep track of our fuel and situation. This craft is absolutely full of ore. Well, it's not completely full, but it's got a lot of ore in it. I'm going to fast forward down the runway and get to the good stuff, because I don't know how fast this thing can really go. Oh, careful. Okay, we're okay. Okay, here we go. And how are we doing? Looks like we are heavy. So we're going to descend. Let's see if the brakes do anything. The brakes do something. Yep. Okay, cool. So this is a submarine. Yes, the jet works underwater. Let's activate the lights. And I can control depth by... I can only control depth by going up, right? So I can dump ore through the jettison. There's a... what is it called? There's a drain valve. The all-important drain valve enables us to dump ore. I'm going to shut down the engine until we actually need it. Because it's an annoying noise. I am frightened. But look, there's grass under the ocean. Isn't that cool? Yeah, let's quick save. And now we are not buoyant, right? We are pretty heavy. So right now we're going to sink. I've not tested this one. I tested something similar in a sandbox save. I used the part that spawns you in the ocean, and it turns out that sometimes it spawns you in the ocean, sometimes it spawns you on the surface of the sun, or in various other unideal locations. Sometimes your craft is immediately annihilated even when you're not on the sun. So I did some testing, but I have not tested this craft. So because I've quick saved, I can now experiment with something. I don't want to weigh this much. This is going to be out of control. So one thing we can do is we can jettison one of these tanks. And then we can jettison the other one. Okay. Now let's transfer some... Why can't we transfer ore? What? Oh, this is a bug. Because we should be able to transfer... Because we've been transferring stuff all over the place otherwise. So hang on. Let me quick save and let me load the quick save and see if that helps. We might explode. There we go. Okay, I've been starting to have more bugs, and it's concerning. It started when I installed the expansion, the Breaking Ground expansion. Alright, jettison this tank. Okay. Turn the brakes off. Jettison this tank. We're trying to find neutral buoyancy. Okay, and now we've gone too far, I think. Have we? Let's tilt. Oh, hang on. This is the problem. In. Stop. Oh, it's starting to rain. So we're still sinking, but not as fast. Okay. Alright, let's quick save and let's try it like this. I just need to equalize right and left. Okay, cool. Let's have this ready to turn back on. Let's have that under control. And let's proceed. Activate engine. Give it a little bit of thrust. A bit more thrust. And here we go. I'm freaked out. I shouldn't be. It's just a video game. I don't know how I played Subnautica. And there's monsters in Subnautica. There's no monsters in Kerbal Space Program. Oh, yeesh. If need be, can we go up? Yeah, we can accelerate upward if need be. Okay. And we can always jettison tanks. But right now we are not neutrally buoyant. Let's... Oh, we've lost the ability to... We've lost the ability to transfer again. We can't bounce... Oh, God. This save is starting to have problems. Alright. Hang on. Oh, okay, we might have reached buoyancy. We're actually... Our vertical speed is going slightly up. This is a little bit more comfortable for me. We're not actually sinking. Okay. Let's turn off SAS and then rebalance until we naturally equilibrate. Out. Okay. That's pretty good. That means that I can just hold attitude pretty easily. Okay. Alright, now we can throttle up a bit. X, let's hang on, let's stop, because I got everything dialed in. I want a quick save. And I don't want to be moving to quick save. Okay, good. In fact, I'm gonna name this quick save. Quick save 56, sure. Alright, here we go. We have broken an ocean depth record of 10 meters. We've broken an ocean depth record of 20 meters. I didn't know about this. Well, that's cool. We're going to be making records. Okay, here we go. Let's proceed forward. And gear up. Hey! Now it's working. I don't really want to be going any faster than this. Okay. Down we go. Look at that! Oh, they spooked me coming out of the dark, but there's big, like, seaweed things. Okay. Ooh, I don't like how deep it gets, how quickly. Oh. Ah. Oh, God. Okay. I can do it. I can do it. This is awesome. Okay, this is awesome, though. Wow, look at this seaweed. Parallax is amazing. Can we pass through it, or are we going to bump into it? Tell me I can pass through it. Yeah, looks like I can pass through it. Okay, good. Now, I think we're going to get more buoyant as we burn fuel. So we do have a time limit down here, because we are burning fuel, even though we're using air. You know, it's basically a water-breathing jet engine here. Now, what I really need to figure out how to do is launch one of these things to Eve. And Lathe? And Tecto? Can you imagine? Okay. This is so Subnautica. Oh my gosh. Can't see a thing. Okay, it's getting deeper. Okay, we're 378 meters down. And it's kind of going fast. I can't quite see the bottom. I don't want to crash. Let's get out of these plants. Alright. Ooh, what are those? They're like tendrils. They go up so high. Oh my god, these are so tall. I can't see the top of them. Okay. Approaching 500 meters. This sub was partially inspired by, was actually quite inspired by something I saw on Reddit. I'll try to link to that, because that was a really cool submarine. This is a scaled down version. Pretty much the whole design is just a scaled down version of that person's submarine. ...240-meter ocean depth record. I mean, we're well past that. Oh gosh, it's getting dark. There's no science benefit to this, by the way. Like, this is just to explore the, well, I mean, we are getting awards, so I guess there is a benefit, but this is just to explore what the Parallax mod has done with the oceans. Thank goodness there's no collisions on these. It doesn't turn very quickly. We're gradually turning north. That's okay with me. We're just heading down. And I might fast forward through some of this because it will get repetitive eventually, but not for me. Let's get out from these weeds. We're a little too close to the ground. Let's go to clearer waters that way. These tendrily things really spook me because they're so big. Oh god. We can go faster. Now, we actually won't be able to do this on Eve this way, because the jet engine won't work. As much as it's weird that the jet engine works in the water, it won't work on Eve, period, as far as I know. So, we will have to wait until we develop some kind of atmosphere-agnostic technology for our engines, which might exist in the near future tech tree, I think. This red stuff is getting very thick. I can't really see. So I'm gonna, as much as I hate not being, for some reason not being able to see the bottom is the worst part. But I can't see anything like that. Oh god. It's getting darker. I'm gonna try something. I didn't pay attention to whether it counted as landed when we are on the ocean floor, but we're like down on the ground. So let's get a tiny bit of thrust to fight our buoyancy. Need a little more. And brakes are on. Yeah, it's landed. We could have brought a seismometer. It says splashed, landed. Okay, so a seismometer could work down here. Alright. Lesson learned. Alright, should have put our seismometer on this. Well, I can do that again in the future. It's very dark now. We have some ambient light, but we don't have any light from the sun anymore. Where are we? How far are we from the Kerbal Space Center? Our distance is 6 kilometers. I've gone too high up. We've gone 40 meters up, I can no longer see the bottom, and I hate it. Okay, there it is. All right. Oh, look out. Okay, there we go. This is a very capable little submarine. Now, I don't know about, like, if I sent it to Lathe someday, I don't know if the buoyancy would be right. We'd probably have to do the same, like... Oh, speaking of which, I should take a picture of the ore. It's 919 ore got us neutrally buoyant. But I don't know if the buoyancy would be the same on Lathe, because the gravity and the pressure are different. Oh boy, it's getting deep. I don't know if the terrain will change. We got to make it to at least a kilometer. You know, we can actually check the depth. Oh, careful. We can check what depth we expect on our Kerbin map. So, can we zoom in? Zoom map. Map type. Yeah, altimetry works. Oh boy. How do I read this? Looks like the deepest it goes is minus 1.2 kilometers. So it looks like the ocean might not be much deeper than this. Which I'm thankful for. I don't really want to be much deeper than this. Thankfully, there's no pressure mechanic as far as I know. I mean, I don't know that it would tell me. I don't think I have pressure limits. I think I have G limits, but not pressure limits. I'm coming to a stop so that I can quick save, just because I'm not the habit of quick saving constantly comes from when this game used to crash all the time, and now that I'm starting to have problems again, that habit is going to return. We actually can't. There we go. Now I'm going to try, since we are descending so slowly, I'm going to try pushing the engines a bit more. Let's see how fast we can go. And if we have a collision, we quick saved. According to Google, 18 meters per second is about 40 miles per hour, so we're doing really well for ourselves considering we are 840 meters down. I've been fast forwarding some, but I think I might also be cutting some because I'm trying to get down to a kilometer, but the slope is very, very slight. Oh, it's starting to get steeper now. Alright, according to this map, we should be able to go deeper if we head north. Because the ground is starting to shallow again. I've extended the landing gear to see if we can just drive on the surface, and then I don't have to be so frightened of bumping into the surface. It does decrease our maximum speed a bit. Oh, let's turn the brakes off. And we've passed a kilometer. We don't get a reward for passing a kilometer, it seems. And now we're going up. Okay. I think that's as deep as it's going to get, at least for this trip. Let's come to a stop. Well, thank you for joining me on this ocean voyage. This has been incredible. Let's gear up. Because we've burnt a lot of our fuel, we have positive buoyancy, if that's the way you call it, so we're going to start to surface. So I'm going to turn us... Should I go to the KSC, or should I go to the island runway? That's actually further, so let's go to the KSC. Let's rotate so that we're... Whoops, hang on, where'd it go? KSC, there we go. Get full power up. And we're going home. I don't know if we have enough fuel to get home, but actually what we could do is let's save our fuel and let's just naturally surface. Let's just point prograde. Let's naturally surface with our buoyancy, which is going to take a little while, and then we can dump the excess ore, gosh, this is spooky. I hate being in deep water. My God, we can dump the excess ore, and that way we'll be lighter, and then maybe our fuel will take us further. So ascending very quickly, ascending at almost 5 meters per second. And it's getting brighter. You can see it getting brighter. So past at 750-ish, we start to get some light. Let's point forward. Yeah. So then we won't surface quite so fast. Ooh, this has been a great little sub. Can't wait to send one to Lathe. And we'll have to solve some technological issues. I tried using monopropellant. It does not have enough thrust. Alright, we reached a neutral buoyancy place of some kind, so we're no longer ascending, so let's use the engines to ascend now. Oh wait, what am I saying? We can just dump ore to ascend. Past 500 meters, it starts to get even brighter. Let's start jettisoning ore tanks. Is there a way to make the jettison less fast? Oh, drain rate. 1%. We're ascending at 9 meters a second. We're gonna fly into the air. In. And here's the surface. Oh. Alright, now that we're on the surface, we can jettison everything. God, it jettisons fast. Jettison all ore. Okay. And now let's see if our jets can get us home. Definitely gonna time accelerate or cut through this, but this is great fun. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, we've taken to the air. Okay. All right. I didn't know it could do this. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe we will make it back to the Space Center. Can we steer? Oh my gosh. Just those little control surfaces are enough now that we're empty of ore. Oh my god. Oh. Cannot quick save while about to crash. Let's get a little higher and let's see if we can quick save. There we go. And now let's come in for a landing. Oh my god. We better keep thrusting. Yeah, we're gonna have a very fast descent speed if we don't keep the airspeed up. Keep the airspeed up. Yep, there we go. Got to be about 100 meters per second. Okay. I was just seeing if we could go faster, but it turns out we could just leave the water entirely. Okay. And down. Whoop! Whoop! Up! I want to see if I can land it. That's why I put through a quick save there. I'm okay losing the money, but like, I just want the accomplishment. Okay. Point down. Give it a bit of thrust. So we can keep control. Because we could land it in the water too. That's also a possibility. No, more thrust. Gear. Let's get it perfectly lined up. More thrust. Let's turn the brakes off. Whoop! No. Okay. Alright, I accept that. Wait, no, we can land in the water. We can land in the water. One more try. Boy, I'm abusing my quick saves. Okay, runway is too dangerous. But this thing is made for the water. This is still a bit fast. Nose up, nose up, nose up, nose up. Nose up, nose up. There we go. See, just abusing some quick saves. We were able to do it. Okay, now throttle up. Okay, out of the water, and then we just gently drive home. Well, this is one of my favorite craft I've ever made. Thank you so much to the person on Reddit who inspired this. My God. I just had this whim. I was like, I wonder if, you know, after seeing what Parallax had done with Eve, I was like, I wonder if they've done oceans, and I Googled it. And I got this video on Reddit, and a great submarine that they had built with 2.5 meter parts. So I just copied the design, because it's a very smart design, and just scaled it down. Oh, the runway's over there. Okay, hang on. Runway's this way. Whoa. You can see how much that scared me because I jumped and my mouse wiggled all over the place. I didn't expect there to be a bump there. Let's get up the lip. Don't roll over. Don't roll over. Okay. 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 Alright. Okay. Now we brake. Brakes, 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 brakes. Okay. Whew. Now we can recover. What a success. Recover vessel to spaceplane hangar. See if we can refill the tanks. I don't know if refill tanks will refill the ore tanks, though, so that may not work. We may not be able to use it again, but we can try. In fact, let's try right now. If we launch... No, it doesn't give me an option. Why does it not give me an option to fill tanks? Sometimes it does. Like, with my spaceplane, it absolutely does. But with some craft, it doesn't give me the option. Maybe it needs to have a Kerbal on board? But this won't do us any good because there's no ore, there's no fuel. So we just have to recover normally and build a new one. Recover to normal recovery, yeah. So I'm just doing more of the asteroid redirect now. I'm just going to keep switching back to this whenever, you know, I'm not doing something else. But you don't have to watch it every single time. As a final thing, let's try launching this ridiculous gravity scan craft again and see if we can't have more success with it as a rocket than we did as an air launch. Z? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boosters. And pitch. I'm gonna launch it just like a regular rocket. And see how it flies. Look at this sunrise, my gosh. Beautiful. And the sun's coming up. And then we're not going to have very much thrust to weight ratio when we separate, so let's keep that in mind. Okay. They crashed into each other. Okay, we are accelerating. That's good. Got a little bit of thrust. It's not a lot, but we do have some. Oh, those clouds. Wow. Oh, so cool. Okay. We want to get an apoapse well out of the atmosphere so the probe can circularize if need be. We're probably losing a lot of our delta V to gravity drag here. But our apoapse is a minute away and it's going up. Would love to get into orbit with the whole thing, but we'll see. Do we want that? No. Keep pointing surface prograde for now. Gorgeous. What a gorgeous launch. I don't know if it was, like, efficient, but, like, it looks gorgeous. Okay, apoapse out of the atmosphere. Already doing much better than we were last time, so now we can point orbit prograde. That's fine. Let's go to 100 kilometers just to make this thing extra safe. 100. Okay. Time accelerate. Oh, we're out of the atmosphere already. Okay. Let's build a maneuver and see if we can do it all on this stage. I think we can. Make sure it's at apo. There we go. Just barely. Let's actually make it a little smaller and just get out of the atmosphere so that we can try to recover the other stage. Okay, we're going to try to fly this thing home. Which, given how it flew last time we tried that, might be a terrible idea, but we can see. 9 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Time accelerate. Okay, periapse out of the atmosphere. We made it to orbit. We've got a tiny bit of fuel left. I don't know if it'll be enough to return, but either way, it's okay. Let's open cargo bay doors, Hal. And decouple. And then this thing can sort of bump its way out. There we go. And deploy the antenna and the solar panels. Look at that. And we can set up a transfer to the moon. Let's point prograde and let's get a little bit away from this thing. Good. All right, where's the moon? Set as target. Add a maneuver to go this way. Yes, but with less crashing into the moon, please. Okay, that's pretty good. We want to adjust it so that it's a polar orbit, but we will do that later. Add an alarm in 10 minutes. Lead on close. All right, here we go. It's going to be a 2-minute burn, apparently. Because we have a lot of fuel and not a lot of thrust. 1, go. I'm going to skip through this. Okay, I've set up a maneuver to go to the moon. It's in an hour. Focus on vessel. But in the meantime, let's try to recover the other craft. Let's see if we can do that in under an hour. Okay. Did we not bring power generation on this? We did not. Oh, there we go. Solar panels. There they are. I see them. Okay. Let's rotate so that the solar panels will get light if need be. Let's close the cargo bay. Actually, hang on. Oh, there we go. Yep. Command hibernate in warp. That'll save us electric charge. Now, where's the Space Center? Space Center is there. Where are we? We're there. Well, let's just warp here. Turn orbit retrograde. Turn on trajectories. And start thrusting. We have very little delta V. But it might be enough. Says we're going to... That's it. Okay. So that was all of our fuel. But we are re-entering. It's just a question of where are we re-entering. So we're going to point surface prograde once we get around. But first we need some sunlight. There we go. Oh, we're already hitting the atmosphere. Let's change the camera now so that it's not happening later. And just hold that attitude. And let's see how this thing handles re-entry and flight. I have no idea. I thought I tested it, but then when last time we tried to fly it, it was just terrible. So let's see. I'm going to fast forward some of this too. Uh-oh. That's not what we want. This craft may not be aerodynamically stable. I thought I tested it. Maybe I never tested it without a payload. That would have been a silly mistake. Well, let's see what happens. Can we try to point surface prograde? Just try. Oh my god. Okay. There's not much I can do. I mean, we're coming down over the Space Center, which is perfect. But, like, if it's not aerodynamically stable, like, there's nothing much I can do. We don't have any... we're just in a spin. Okay, wait. That was it. Oh. We don't have any fuel that we can pump around. So let's just try to get out of this spin if we can. Okay, no. Okay, what if we try to point surface retrograde? Since it seems to want to point that way. There. No. Let's just hold stability. Point. Okay, let's get into the denser atmosphere and see what the denser atmosphere has to say. Okay, the denser atmosphere says terrible aerodynamics is what it says. I need to if I could get rid of these... Yeah, we're in a spin now. Let's try pointing surface retrograde. Come on, it's making me dizzy. Oh boy. Okay, let's try turning up. Okay, this is going to make us dizzy, but I'm going to go to locked camera. Authority limiter up. Control authority limiter up. Control authority limiter up. Okay. Alright, now stop the spin. There we go, there we go, there we go. No. I mean, we're falling pretty slowly, but I gotta get out of that camera angle. It's too awful. Okay, some of this might survive if we continue to fall this slowly. But let's try to point prograde to see if that helps. You know what else we can do is we can deploy the cargo bay and see what effect that has on our airspeed and our stability. Okay, that seems to have helped. I take it back. Oh, try pointing surface retrograde. Let's roll into the turn. Roll into the turn. Roll into the turn. Okay, okay, okay. Stay, stay. Oh. I was thinking maybe I could fly it backwards. Alright, I'll meet you on the ground. Oh. Oh, we got stuck in a tree. We only broke the engine and we're stuck in a tree. Oh my god. How does this stuff keep happening? Okay, this is a thumbnail. Oh my gosh. Well, this craft was horrible. We're never launching that again. Oh my god, I don't know why my testing or my maybe the indicators weren't working or something. Oh my god. Well, that was fascinating. Anyway, thank you for joining me today on this very unusual episode of Squashwarp. Next time we'll do more space stuff. Thank you so much and have a great time. Bye-bye.